Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, let's open our meeting by saying basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Miss Iva.
Okay. Don't call me Miss Iva. Now I'm not Miss Iva. Now
Miss
I
or
miss
Miss?
you.
Oh,
Okay, how are you today?
I'm good.
Very well. Thank you, Bu Iva.
Okay, thank
what
you.
about you?
I'm very well, thank you. We must say thanks, Alhamdulillah, to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, because we are in a good condition under pandemic, and we don't have any option in this pandemic. Pandemic restrict our mobility, but not our creativity. Yeah. Okay, I imagine if the pandemic were over, I could meet my students directly. But the fact that the pandemic is not over, so I only meet my students virtually, like today. Then, if the pandemic had been over, we would have gone to Bali last holiday. The fact that pandemic was not over, so we didn't go to Bali last holiday. Jadi biasanya kan kita kalau liburan kedua, semester kedua itu kan kita ada study tour ke Bali ya. Jadi karena ini pandemi, so we cancel. Well, this meeting we are going to discuss about conditional sentences, like what I said before, the sentences. Okay, student, I think you are ready with your worksheet. Please open attachment 1. I will also show you here. Sorry, screenshot. Sorry. Open your attachment 1.
Okay, ma'am.
Everybody.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready, ma'am.
I want you to listen and repeat after me. This is some irregular verbs that we will use in this discussion. Okay, everyone can see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Sudah lihat ya? Okay, pay attention, repeat after me. Arise, arose, arisen.
Arise, arose, arisen.
Good. Next, become, became, become.
Become,
became.
Overcome, overcame, overcome.
Overcome, overcame, overcome.
Okay, good. Next, relate, relate.
Relate.
Next, undergo, underwent, underground.
Undergo, underwent, underground.
Ayo, hati-hati bukan underwear ini ya, underwear. Hati-hati. Withdrawn. Tadi ada dalam hati. Tadi saya lihat ada beberapa yang masih lihat dalam hati ya, saya nggak tahu. Ya kalau disebutkan dalam hati yang dengar malaikat ya, nggak apa-apa. Okay, next. Now we go to main activity. I want you to open LKPD 1. LKPD 1. There are some sentences. It is belongs to type 2 and type 1. Here, I want you to analyze the verb use, whether it is verb 2 or verb 3. I will show you LKPD 1. Silakan dibuka LKPD 1 ya.
Yes.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
have opened.
Ma'am.
I have
Yes.
opened the LKPD,
Nah,
ma'am.
one has been done for you. If I had much time, I would visit you. Type 2, ini karena ada had, ada would visit. Nah, sorry. Yang kalimat kedua sampai seterusnya itu coba analyze. Di situ ada verb 2 apa verb 3?
Yang kalimat berapa, ma'am? Berapa kalimat kedua?
Second.
Ma'am.
Kalimat kedua.
Kalimat-
Had remembered invite me, I would have attended your party.
Yang kedua itu kata kerjanya ada dua, ma'am. Ada had, ada remember.
Oke, are you sure?
Mungkin, ma'am.
Ya, mungkin. Mas Taufik itu dengan mungkin ya. Oke, please. Mas Imam ini yang baru gabung. LKPD 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Mention the
Yes,
verb.
ma'am.
Mention the verb
The verb, ma'am.
from number 2.
Attended, ma'am.
Think possible to happen. I will repeat. It is possible to happen. But today, we are going to talk about conditional sentences type 2 and 3 that it is impossible to happen. And then, this is me. I'm here because I love to give presentation. You can find me at zulihaifa@gmail.com. Conditional sentences type 2 and 3. Conditional sentences type 2 is used to express dreams, unreal situations, and things that are unlikely to happen. The fact that, in contrast to the present, sentences with this type is typically used to indicate the delusion or imagination. The facts revealed by sentences type 2 is supposition that it is commonly assumed that what didn't happen. Jadi ini faktanya adalah berkebalikan dengan kondisi saat ini. Nah, biasanya kalau yang untuk non-verbal sentences itu dipakai untuk beberapa macam tertentu. Nah, the pattern is if clause plus main clause. Jadi ada if plus simple past, then subject plus would, could, might, and plus verb 1. Nah, terus remember simple past. The formula is subject plus verb 2, I remember, verb 2, ya, plus object or complement, and then subject plus word plus a complement. Remember that for these sentences, you only use to be word for non-verbal or nominal sentences because the fact is impossible to happen. I repeat, all subject used to be were, not was. Yeah. Then the next, please. I have an example here. If I had wings, I would go around the world. But the fact that I don't have wings, so I will not go around. Then, if I were a plant, I would love the rain. The fact that I'm not a plant, so I don't love the rain. But I love you. Yeah. Next, conditional sentences type 3. The Type 3 refers to an impossible condition in the past and is probably a result in the past. These sentences are truly hypothetical and unreal because it is now too late for the condition or its result to exist. This phrase is used to discuss the expectation that materialized in the past. Type this phrase is usually expressed to express a regret, sebuah penyesalan. Nah, ini kan tidak mungkin juga di waktu masa lalu, bukan sekarang. Nah, ada keterangan too late for the condition itu berarti tidak terjadi pada waktu lampau. The fact that it is expressed in sentences, this supposition is that what is alleged to have never happened in the past, tidak pernah terjadi. Faktanya adalah berkebalikan dengan masa lampau. Okay, next. The pattern is still same if clause plus main clause. If plus past perfect, then subject plus would have plus verb 3. Formula of past perfect, please remember. Subject plus had plus verb 3. I will repeat. Subject plus had, plus verb 3. Then the example is, if I had visited your house, I would have met your parents. The fact that saya tidak ke rumah orang tuamu, makanya saya tidak ketemu orang tuamu. Kan itu sebuah regret. Coba kalau ketemu ya kan lain jadinya ya. Lain sekarang mungkin ya. Then, if you had passed the exam, you could have gone to the beach. You couldn't go to the beach because you were failed the exam. Karena Anda kemarin tidak lulus ujiannya, maka kamu nggak ke pantai. Kenapa nggak ke pantai ya? Karena kamu nggak lulus ujian waktu itu. Nah, berarti nggak ke pantai, mintanya ya dibantai saja ya. Kok sampai nggak lulus itu? Berarti nggak rajin. Nah, tapi bukan di kelas ini saya yakin ya. Di kelas lain saya yakin. Kelas ini bagus-bagus. Okay. Next. Remember that the fact of both types are in the contrary of the sentences. Jadi faktanya itu berkebalikan dengan kalimatnya. Bila kalimatnya positif berarti faktanya adalah negatif. Bila kalimatnya negatif berarti faktanya adalah positif. Begitu ya. Kali berkebalikan. Okay, that's all. Remember that English, never think that English is difficult. English is very easy. Okay, see you. Bye-bye.
Hello. Wow. Congratulations, Bu Iva Suliha. Oh, it's trouble.
Tadi sudah prepare well tapi enggak ini videonya.
Don't worry too much. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. It's super beautiful performance. So proud, so good. Despite of those technical trouble, I don't think it's, it's fair to say that you're not good on that. But it's really good that you can handle it very well. So don't worry. You still can go on and move on with a lot of activities. And thank you so much for that. Bu Iva, just a couple of, I have taken a note. I have taken a brief note on what I've observed from your teaching practice. Just few things, just very small things. And it wouldn't be about the weaknesses. I don't see any weaknesses on that because we learn by doing. So let's just keep learning, yeah. I think one of the most prominent features that mark the strength of your teaching or teaching practice is your skill in organizing various learning activities, various learning resources and various learning activities. I think that one of the best features of your teaching practice. So I see at the very beginning, you come out with examples. That is good. So you give the model at the beginning, and then you move on with video, which is also good. And then after that, you start with the dialogue and dialogue analysis. Yeah. Which is very functional, and meaning that you start with sentence in isolation, and then you go on with sentence with the function, with the social function, social sentence with the context, and so on and so forth, which is very, very good. Yeah. And by being able, your skill in organizing various learning resources has led to the development of various classroom interaction, which is also very nice. You're moving from monologue to dialogue. You're moving from fully guided task to a more spontaneous one, which is also good. Yeah. And the last one is time management. Yeah, I really love the way you do time management. You spend a smaller amount of time to do a grammatical explanation, just very small portion of it, which is good. And then you invest a greater amount of time to do practice, to let students practice and analyze and explore, observe, explore, discuss, and so on and so forth, and then practice, which is good. Ya, Bu Iva. Jadi menurut saya 3 hal itu what I see the best from your presentation. Skill in organizing various learning resources, jadi diramu begitu, bagus sekali. Kemudian yang kedua, I've just lost my connection.
Yes, Bu. Tadi putus nyambung.
Putus nyambung. Okay. So the last one is time management. So this is also very, very good. Jadi sedikit saja grammatical explanation. Yeah, at the beginning you did that, and that's worked a lot. And then after that sudah bekerja bersama-sama siswa ya untuk tadi jadi in class practices, in class exercises gitu ya. Okay, that's all for me. Congratulations again, you've nailed it. Now let's go to Ibu Sasi ya, and then Bu Lila for a very brief feedback. Thank you.
Most of all, saya tertarik dengan the way you teach. Sudah, you are active teacher, but you give the students to chance atau ya kesempatan untuk bicara banyak juga, tapi tidak hanya 1 atau 2 students saja, tetapi almost all of the students in the class give chance to speak. Anak-anak itu hampir semuanya, jadi tidak hanya pada 1 siswa, tetapi hampir semuanya. Cuman memang butuh waktu banyak, tetapi kalau di kelas kita jenengan punya waktu yang lebih banyak, saya yakin. Sehingga siswa tidak punya kesempatan untuk melamun. Siswa punya, wah ini saya harus pasti saya dapat giliran. Mereka mau tidak mau memang harus aktif di dalam kelas. Kemudian urutannya itu juga sudah tidak hanya dari soal-soal yang mudah saja, tetapi soal yang memerlukan berpikir tinggi, HOTS itu juga. Jadi sudah pas. Cuman satu tadi yang saya lihat di bawah itu ada peer assessment untuk the students. If you want your students to have student observation. So you have to tell them before the class begin. Itu saja. Begitu kan?
Oh, jadi maksudnya kalau misalnya kelompokan itu dikasih tahu sebelumnya gitu.
Iya.
Untuk review.
Based on my observations from pre-activity, it's very good. It is same with your lesson plan. Kemudian yang inti di main activity di sini sudah sesuai juga, dan juga ada interaksi antara guru dan siswa. Cuman di sini catatan saya ketika tadi ada siswa nanya, guru langsung menjawab secara langsung, tidak melempar pertanyaan tersebut ke siswa yang lain. Tuh. Karena kata Bu Luki itu ketika kalau ada siswa yang nanya, seharusnya guru itu tidak langsung menjawab, tapi berikan kesempatan kepada yang lain. Seperti itu. Jadi tapi overall is very good, sangat baik sekali. Dan saya various activity di pembelajaran sampean itu sangat bagus. Dan yang sangat saya suka di sini yaitu di bagian ini, di bagian penutup. Nah, di situ sampean memberikan menutup pembelajaran dengan lagu, dan saya rasa siswa itu sangat suka sekali ketika mereka sudah belajar dengan sangat keras sampai menutupnya dengan lagu. Itu sangat baik untuk merefresh kembali otak mereka. Apalagi lagunya tersebut berhubungan langsung dengan conditional sentence yang dipelajari. Itu saja dari saya.
Okay, Bu Lila, good. Yeah.
Oke Bu, saya sudah mengerahkan segala daya upaya saya hari ini, tapi mungkin faktanya I'll do the best and God do the rest. Ya.